A freaky Friday ended with a big break for Lindsay Lohan. Instead of heading back behind bars, she's been ordered to continue rehab at the Betty Ford Clinic. We get more now from NBC's Kristen Welker.
It is her. We got her. We got her.
An air of anticipation outside the Beverly Hills court Friday as actress Lindsay Lohan arrived to learn her fate. Would she be ordered back to jail for violating probation on a 2007 DUI?
Lindsay, what are you hopeful for in court today?
In court, Judge Eldon Fox minced no words, telling an emotional Lohan, quote, "You're an addict. I hope you understand that." But instead of sending her to jail again, he gave her yet another break, ordering her to rehab until January 3rd. She will continue treatment at the Betty Ford Center, where she has been for the past several weeks. Lohan thanked the judge while wiping away tears.
Her tears were real, they were raw, and she understood how lucky she is that she has a judge who really just wants her to get clean.
Moments after the judge's decision, Lohan and her family stood in the hallway hugging and weeping, knowing she narrowly escaped jail time. In the past 3 years, the actress has been locked up 3 times for probation violations, all stemming back to her initial 2007 arrest, and she has been in and out of rehab repeatedly.
Any attorney you talk to in this town will tell you Judge Fox is very fair, and I think that came across in this courtroom.
In court documents, Lohan claimed that going back to inpatient treatment would be a hardship financially and damaging to her career. Judge Fox wasn't swayed. He warned the actress once out of rehab, she would be subject to random drug testing until a February status hearing. Any failed tests could mean more jail. Throngs of fans and reporters watched her leave court to begin her latest challenge, waiting to see if this young star can overcome her troubled past. For today, Kristen Welker, NBC News, Beverly Hills.
Prosecutors wanted Lohan to spend 180 days in jail. So why was the judge lenient? NBC News chief legal analyst Dan Abrams joins us with the answer. Dan, good morning.
Good morning, Lester.
In the past, you have held that often celebrities are treated more harshly because they're celebrity. Is this perhaps a case where the opposite is true?
No. I mean, again, I don't view it as giving her this amount of time in rehab as lenient on a probation violation. Remember, we're suggesting here that she was initially convicted of some incredibly massive crime. It wasn't. These were comparatively minor crimes she was initially convicted of. She's now served time 3 times on probation violations. Now, I know everyone out there is saying, yeah, but what are you going to do to prevent her from doing it again? And if you really want to talk about what to do to prevent her from doing it again, this is probably the best solution.
Well, the judge said you're an addict.
Yeah, I mean, and remember, she can't leave. I mean, this is now her being told you have to stay in this center until January 3rd.
A form of incarceration. In this case, she got ahead of the game. She pretty much went there on her own. Did that help her in the judge's view? Was that a sense of, okay, she gets it?
Yeah, well, it was a very smart move strategically because, A, she gives the impression, as you point out, that she's taking this seriously. B, she was able to then get letters from Betty Ford saying she's paying attention, she's listening, she's progressing, we think that we can really help her. And I think that was really important in Judge Fox's decision not to send her to jail on this violation.
But unlike a jail sentence, does this not have an ending date? Could she get out earlier than we might expect?
It's a fair question because generally when you sentence someone to time in rehab, you leave it essentially to the doctors to say, has she gotten better? Is she ready to be released? In this case, I don't think you're going to see her out before that date. I think that she shouldn't want to get out before that date. I think the court doesn't want to see her get out before that date. I think the Betty Ford Clinic doesn't want to see her get out before that date because of the amount of people out there saying it's time for Lindsay Lohan to either sober up or spend time behind bars.
Listen, she's a train wreck, and that's why all the attention. At the same time, she's got a sickness. She's got a real issue. Does a judge at some point have to take into consideration the fact that she is a celebrity and that there is this pressure of the world watching while she is going through a very, very real struggle?
Yeah, but I think the most important thing when you're talking about celebrities and the legal system is whether they like it or not, they do serve as models, as symbols. And so courts have to be really careful to make sure that they're not going too easy on them, meaning to make sure that the public doesn't think they're getting a benefit because they're celebrities. And as you and I have talked about many times, I think most of the time that manifests itself in celebrities getting actually harder treatment by the judicial system rather than the softer treatment that many people think. So when the world is watching, courts, juries tend to act a little differently. They tend to be a little more careful in what they do because they know that every choice they make is going to be scrutinized.
Well, we all hope she cleans up her act. Dan Abrams, thanks very much.
Good
to talk to you.